before these two sit down, can we give it up for the lovely Kelly Vale and Nick Lucci? Some of you have asked me if they are available for your next party. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. So Kelly and Nick are good friends of ours at Riverfront Ministries, and just grateful for their gift of music this evening. So thank you for starting us off. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Chelsea Spyres, and I am the pastor and executive director of Riverfront Ministries. We serve as the operating partner of the Wilmington Kitchen Collective. And y'all have me amazed that this room is full. This is our, This is our first official fundraiser, and we wondered if we would sell 50 tickets, and we have sold 120 tickets. We had to turn people away this week, and so we're excited for next year's event in a bigger space. But what a celebration to have this room full with so many of you from lots of different areas. I had somebody ask me, like, how is everyone connected in this room? And some of you are connected with lots of people, but some of you came tonight just because you support our mission and you believe in this work, and so thank you. Thank you for coming. And we're going to keep this first part brief because the main course is ready and the feast is about to begin. But before that happens, I want to make sure to introduce these two amazing team members. So Lisa Bixby is our operations manager for the Wilmington Kitchen Collective. And Eric Rayfield, our facility and events coordinator. One of Eric's first days on the job, he said to me, "So when's our next fundraiser?" And I said, "It's not on the calendar. When should it be?" And so we looked a few months out from when he began, and he and Lisa have just done an amazing job in coordinating this night. Initially, we thought we would just ask a couple of our entrepreneurs to cater this meal, and one of them said to us, "No, everyone should be here." And so there are so many dishes from so many of our folks, many who are in the room tonight and some who couldn't be here but contributed. And so I hope that you enjoy the feast, hope that you pay attention to who made what, and that you reach out to them for your next event. Some of our entrepreneurs are running around and helping in various ways, but for those of our entrepreneurs who are in the room, would you just stand for a moment? Would you stand? You can find many of their business cards at the back, at the small round table next to the drinks. Again, please hire these folks for your next event. 4 years ago, almost to the day, Reverend Edwin Estevez, who was the senior pastor at Grace and the co-pastor with me at Riverfront, asked if I was free to attend a meeting. The meeting was happening the next day, which if those of you who know Edwin know sometimes invitations happen late. It was happening the next day, but I made it work. And I showed up at this meeting, and there was this kitchen project that Wilmington Alliance, one of our community partners, was working on. Edwin said he wanted me to attend just to listen, to see what I thought about this idea. Little did I know that 4 years later, we would be standing in our third location. That we would have 17 entrepreneurs who currently call us home, with another 8 more to come with the opening of this location. That one meeting changed the course of my life and changed the lives of so many in this room. Between then and now, there are more stories than I can tell about this wild ride of the Wilmington Kitchen Collective. There were days early on when it felt like one conversation could bring everything to a halt. There were days when new construction problems arose, and I wondered if we would really make it. Days when the kitchen was left dirty, not intentionally, and when one small mistake led to mice in everyone's cages. It's been a wild ride. But there have also been more days than I can count when this endeavor has surprised me in the most beautiful and abundant ways. In conversations with folks who were first skeptical that this idea could work, and then through faithful questions, they too believed. In multiple building partners who figured out how to hold grace and space for one another when things would go wrong. When we figured out how to share space, really share it together. I've been surprised when random checks appear in the mail, sometimes from anonymous donors, with just a note that says, "We believe in your work, keep going." I've been amazed by our entrepreneurs over and over again as you all remind me of the why of what we do. From our first food photography workshops where folks met for the first time, to collaborating on community events, to creating recipes with one another's products, you all are what makes this collective work. And so thank you. And there are a few other thank yous I want to say in this space. First, to the team of Wilmington Alliance. Thank you for the crazy idea. For your many hours in the building and the creating in the process, and for your continued financial and brainstorming support. We would not be in this without you all. To our Riverfront board, many of you in this room, thank you for your faithful yes. Before anyone else believed that this could happen, you trusted the vision and trusted Edwin and I in those early days. You took a huge risk, and it has changed the shape of our ministry in the best of ways. To Grace Church, thank you for the space and your faithful discernment early on. You knew the limitations in running the project, and you welcomed Riverfront in as the operating partner. You said yes first, when it was probably the riskiest. To First and Central, thank you for surprising us. We never thought that we would operate one kitchen, let alone two. But when your offer for space came along, it took us by surprise, and it took us back to the visioning board, but your yes changed the model from one kitchen to many. To Shelling Point, thank you for helping us discern. The decision to expand was a big one, and you steadily led us through that process, leading us to clarity and purpose, and that early work shapes every day today. To our community partners, to our mentors, to Lou and to Adam, to the Small Business Development Center and the Lerner School of Business, to Launcher DE and Rise Collective, True Access Capital, the Newcastle Chamber of Commerce and the Black Chamber of Commerce, you all have welcomed us into the business world, and you've shared with us your expertise. You've mentored our entrepreneurs, and you've shared so much of your wisdom with us. From the very beginning, I said, I don't know how to run a kitchen. We don't know how to run this business. And yet, thanks to so many community partners and so many mentors, this is possible. To Aldersgate, thank you for the ways that you have supported my journey since I was in college. Thank you for the ways that you are church in the community and for the ways that you have welcomed us warmly in these last few months. And to each of you who have given to the collective, whether it's been $5 or $5,000, each and every donation makes a difference. Your presence here tonight makes a difference. You all have given individually. You have brought us to your congregations and your organizations to speak. All of it has made a difference. I know that you all could give to anyone. And so each time we receive your donation, we know that it's not just a financial contribution, but a yes into our work, a yes into our entrepreneur story, a nudge to keep going. To my staff, thank you. Thank you for the ways that you have stepped in and up over these last few months. Eric and Lisa, you have both brought an incredible gift. I knew I was going to cry. An incredible energy to the collective. You all have constantly challenged me to see the gaps in our work, and you are ready to go with each next step. You are leading us into this next era of the kitchen, and I am so confident that we've got this because I get to work with each of you every day. And finally, I saved the most important for last. To our entrepreneurs. You are what I am most grateful for. Each and every time that you join, that one of you join, I am amazed. I'm amazed at the ways that you trust us with your story. I'm amazed that you let us into your lives. I know for each of you, this is not just a business. It's your passion and your dream. And it's not just yours, but it's also your family's. And so thank you. Thank you for inviting us in. Early on, our funders questioned if anyone would show up. If this shared model would really be something that business owners would want to be a part of. They put their assumptions of culinary professionals ahead of the data and ahead of what we knew to be true from our community conversations. I knew early on from our waiting list that the collective would meet a need, that we wouldn't have any problem being full. But I had no idea how beautifully this community would form. I had no idea just how much you'd cheer each other on, how much you'd show up to each other's events around the city as you are vending, how you'd share ingredients so that recipes would be from many of you. You all have built this community. The spirit of the Wilmington Kitchen Collective is going to live on for a long time as a space for community, for collective learning. And that's not just because of us, that is because of you. And so now I want to introduce a couple of our members. The first up is Antinette Watson, owner of The Stand DE.
Hi, everybody. How y'all doing? Good. My name is Antinette, as Chelsea said. I'm the owner of The Stand. We got the best girl dogs in the city, period. Outside of us having the best girl dogs in the city, y'all, we are really passionate about supporting youth and individuals with barriers to employment, with being their best version of themselves. Personally and professionally, I had volunteered to come up here and say a few words, but I just thought I was going to talk about my experience in the collective because it has been life-changing. But then they told me to talk about challenges, and I'm like, what am I going to talk about? When it comes to challenges, because I was raised to not see them. You just got to keep going, keep moving forward, and that's what I do. But on the topic of challenges, I would just like to say that, you know, challenges are a part of life. It makes you who you are, you know what I mean? And if you, every day that you wake up, you have to know that you're going to face a challenge. And it's about how you get through it. It's not about what you go through, it's about what you grow through. And challenges are an opportunity for positivity. As long as you're facing a challenge, depending on how you think about it, depending on your perspective about it, it's an opportunity for something positive to happen in your life. Challenges are opportunity for learning, opportunity for growth, and opportunity for reinvention. One of the challenges that I went through as an entrepreneur was COVID. That was a big challenge for me, being an entrepreneur in the food service industry. And I learned a lot and grown a lot through that challenge because of the Kitchen Collective, because of Wilmington Alliance, because of just all the organizations that helped me to be the best version of myself, to be able to have my business today. But it also was an opportunity for reinvention because I was able to have, like, before we used to be out on the street and we used to vend in the parks and stuff like that. But through that challenge, I was able to, you know, gain a new target market, which was my private clients and serving private, like, yo, hey. So yes, I was able to just, you know, change and reinvent myself through my business. So at the end of the day, challenges are a part of life and they make you who you are. And I know I'm going to leave off on this. I just have a few tips if you are going through challenges. And if you're not going through one today, you're going to go through one tomorrow. So I just need y'all to know that if you're going through a challenge, don't focus on your challenge. Be a problem solver, not a problem finder. Admit that you have a challenge and then ask for help. I tell my kids all the time, one of my favorite things I like to hear from them is, Mom, I need help. You do not have to suffer. You don't have to do that. All you have to do is ask for help and God will send somebody to help you. Just ask and admit that you need it. When you're going through a challenge, lean on your tribe, you know, they help you. Your family, your friends, your resource and your network, like the Kitchen Collective for me. It's also necessary to rest. It's also necessary to, you know, build that relationship with God, you know, strengthen your mind. That's really important. And at the end of the day, I just want to leave y'all with this for real. You know, just pivot, don't quit. It's really, really important when you're going through life, when you have a business or whatever you're going through. It's okay to pivot, but it's never okay to quit. And that's all I got.
Next up is Curtis Harris, and Curtis owns Paradise Sauces and Pickles.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. So I wrote my thoughts down so I wouldn't ramble, so forgive me if you see me looking down a few times. So as Chelsea said, my name is Curtis Harris, and I'm the owner of Paradise Pickles and Sauces. And it's been quite a journey for me. As she said, I kind of redirected a few times, but I feel like I've generally been going in the same direction. So as I stand before you here tonight as a member of the Wilmington Kitchen Collective, I'm reminded of how life's surprises can lead us to our true calling. My journey into the community began quite unexpectedly when I wandered into a meeting at Grace United Methodist Church looking for a Bible study, only to find myself at the first planning session for what we I actually showed up with a bunch of vegetables in my garden too. I was growing zucchini. My adventure started during a visit to Grants Hill Farms in Newark, Delaware. Faced with 13 pounds of surplus cayenne peppers destined for waste, I half jokingly suggested to one of the farmers that they make hot sauce. The owner instead offered the peppers to me for free and told me to go for it. That challenge led me to rush home, boxes in tow, and to dive into the world of lacto fermentation, which is a traditional method of preserving food that enhances flavor and nutrition. After sharing some samples of the Louisiana-style hot sauce that I created from those peppers, the farm's owner encouraged me to sell him a few bottles. Despite initial hesitation, fearing that I would turn my hobby into a business and it might strip away my joy, I still took the plunge. And before I knew it, I had navigated the intricacies of FDA registration, established an LLC, and produced 75 bottles of hot sauce. So lightning struck the second time when volunteering at a local shelter. I rescued 30 cases of apples from they were destined to go to the dump. So it took me a few weeks, maybe a month, but I transformed this bounty into 75 gallons of apple cider vinegar. So utilizing this vinegar, I crafted hot sauce, barbecue sauces, and probiotic tonics, contributing to the nourishment and the well-being of the Sunday breakfast mission's residents and guests. So, the Wilmington Kitchen Collective has been instrumental in giving me the courage and the framework to transform my passion for creating sauces and specialty foods into a business. It's a business with a purpose that, in my opinion, goes beyond making profits, and I hope to one day provide employment and financial support for those facing homelessness. You can currently find my hot sauce at Brew Greenville location, serving as their house hot sauce. I'm also excited about the new line of sauces in development, including the creamy maple vinaigrette that you guys tried.
That was delicious.
This journey has taught me the power of community, and the joy of sharing, and the impact we can have through the simple act of giving back. I encourage you to support or to continue to support local endeavors such as the Wilmington Kitchen Collective that provide immediate opportunity and business owners, other business owners in this room, opportunities, and it helps us also to make a difference in the community.
And so next up is Teresa Jones with Cherry's Baking Company.
I'm Teresa Jones. We specialize in over 40 different varieties of gourmet cheesecakes, one being blueberry lime cheesecake that's over here on the table. We also offer coconut lime mango, banana pudding. There's also cherry pistachio cheesecake. It's endless. Our slogan again is not that plain cheesecake. You will not find a plain cheesecake on my website unless you ask for it. But for the most part, we offer special dietary cheesecakes, gluten-free, fat-free, sugar-free, and vegan. So if you're vegan or gluten-free, fat-free, we make them to order, so you will have to let us know. They're on our website. Also, a little bit about where you can get our cheesecakes from. You can get them from on our website. You just give us a call. Cards are back there. I know I'm rambling on and on, so let me just stick to the script. Let me just do that. Okay, so. All right, so we provide full, personal, and cupcake-sized cheesecakes. So if you order from us, you can get a full 10-inch or 9-inch. You can also get a personal 6-inch, if you want a personal 6-inch. And you can get cupcake sizes starting at the cupcake size of 12 and up. So if you have a corporate or small business or small events or corporate events, it's perfect for any event that you have. Okay, so anyway, Cherries was featured on 6 ABC FYI Philly in March. If you saw that segment, then you realize that it's not just my business, it's a family business. It started with my mom and me, my grandmother. My grandmother taught us how to bake cakes when we were a young age, and it just trickled down, then. I went to the Art Institute of Philadelphia Pastry School, learned how to do specialty cakes, and different desserts, but cheesecakes are what I really fell into. But then I was also featured in the Philadelphia Inquirer for our brownie cheesecake. If you see one of the cards in the back, that's a picture of our brownie cheesecake that they had on in their website and on the paper. And also I was featured in DETV's Good Morning Wilmington twice for my cheesecakes and my cupcakes. But since relocating to Delaware from Philadelphia, I'm happy that I found a place for me to actually produce my products the way I need to, and just to have everything come together. It's kind of hard for entrepreneurs like me. I don't do things out of my home like I'm supposed to, like other people do. You see me on Facebook and Instagram and things of that nature. I'm in a licensed kitchen where the regulations are what they're supposed to be for us to actually work professionally and independently under the state of Delaware. So finding Wilmington Kitchen Collective works for me, and it's like one big community. We all come together, we all work and network with each other. If I know someone who needs a wedding cake, I'm sure I'm going to shoot it off, sleep them off to Monique with Velvet Cakes by Queen. If I know somebody who's looking for a stand or a hot dog cart, I'm definitely going to go to the stand. There's so many opportunities that I've been given with the Wilmington Kitchen Collective, and I'm 100% grateful, because without them, I wouldn't even be here. I wouldn't be standing here. I guess that's pretty much what I want to say about my business. You can find me on all the social media handles. But I'm truly grateful and appreciative to be here in this space, just to give my testimony, even though it was choppy.
Cherry's Baking Company, you'll want to make sure you follow, especially on Instagram. Teresa is so good at putting her product and her process, and just leaves me wanting dessert. So, finally, we have Chef Mark Saunders. And before I invite him up, I just want to say that this meal, in this kind of way, is thanks to Mark.
Basically, I'm not a big time caterer. I'm a personal chef. I like doing it in your house, small service, 30 and under, 40 and under. So for this task, it was something that I had to mentally prepare for, because you have to love what you do in order to do this. This is nothing you do just because you think you can do it. You have to really love what you do and be dedicated to doing it. So I just thank you guys for giving me the opportunity and proving to myself that I'm a puzzle maker. I can put things together. And being with my family, the WKC, the Wilmington Kitchen family, has been a fun 2 weeks. The calls I got, the texts I get, the messages was just funny. From the littlest thing to the amazing to the out of this world question. And it was like, hey, this. And they're like, well, thank you. And I'm like, how do I know this? Because I don't do this. The calls at Diamond Steak Rental, stopping by 3 days a week. Yo, do I have this? Do I have that? Because I was so nervous that I was going to miss something. And I did, and it showed up. So my journey here was funny because I seen an article in the news journal, and I responded to, I think, Laura. And I didn't know who it was. I just kept plugging emails once a week. What's going on with this kitchen? What's going on with this kitchen? And she finally called me back and was like, I guess you really need a kitchen. I'm like, yes, I do. And it was more about me expanding my business from just being a personal chef and going to people's houses to being able to go out and expose myself to the regular person on the street. So that's where the food truck came in at. And each year I grow into something new. This year, everybody keeps saying catering. I'm gonna take that slowly. But I'm gonna grind out the food truck this year. You'll see STR Chef Bahar running everywhere. I'm gonna put my name out there and put my soul out there because it's time for me to grow and expand. And with the help of my family, WKC, we have a saying. Those at the bottom have competition. Those of us that's on the rise has collaboration. And what you have here is collaboration. We talked the talk for the last 2 years, and we made it happen tonight. So to my WKC family, I love you guys. I appreciate everything y'all done. The drop-offs, the pickups, the calls, I appreciate everything because it made me a better chef and a better person. So I hope you guys really enjoy it. We have the next step, some amazing desserts by our bakers. I'm pre-diabetic, but tonight that's out the window. I told my doctor, yo, I owe myself one, so tonight we just want you guys to finish up the night, be blessed, drive home safe, and enjoy. I definitely enjoyed you guys being here, and I'm sure my WKC family enjoyed you guys being here, and we're going to do this again in the future. Not sure if I'm the lead, but we'll do this again.
Thank you. Thank you to each of our entrepreneurs who shared tonight. Hopefully you got a bit of each of their stories, and hopefully over dessert you will find the rest and grab a piece of their story as well. Again, their business cards are on the back table. You can also find each of them on our website, WilmingtonKitchenCollective.com, and follow up for your next event. The next course is dessert. But the Wilmington Kitchen Collective is not its own nonprofit, at least not right now. It's under the umbrella of Riverfront and has, again, a lot of supporters around it. So checks go to Riverfront Ministries. There's also, again, silent auction items in the back, merchandise for sale up front at the registration desk. But really, we are amazed again, that this room is full. I'm still amazed that this room is full, that you all have shown up and that you all continue to support our entrepreneurs in big ways. And so thank you for coming tonight. There's not gonna be any like dismissal by table for dessert, so just don't fight each other. No, I promise there's an abundance of dessert. Just like there was an abundance of food, there's an abundance of dessert in the hallway to be restocked. So, go bid on silent auctions, that's gonna close in 10 minutes. So 10 minutes. Oh, Lisa is pointing at a Wilmington Kitchen Collective cookbook. Thank you. Yes. Almost forgot. So on that merch table, one last thing. On that merch table, there is a cookbook for sale. Our man, Eric Rayfield, had the idea for this cookbook, a way to capture some of those recipes, some of those sacred recipes from our entrepreneurs.